I don't even know why this film exists or how they managed to get it commissioned. I'm a huge, huge fan of the Human Centipede films. They're actually probably in my top 50 films of all time, certainly in my top 10 horror films. I love both the first and the second. The third one is the biggest load of rubbish I have ever seen. This is coming from somebody who worships the first films. And this is one of the worst films I've ever seen ever, and it shouldn't exist. Thankfully and unusually, I'm not alone in that opinion, because it's number 31 of the worst rated films of all time on IMDb, 2.7 out of 10 across over 15,000 reviews. It is not a well-received film, and I'm glad, because when I was watching it, and I was thinking this is the worst thing I've ever seen, I did worry that it would actually be really popular, and that it was just me, because quite often there'll be films that I don't like and other people love them, and that's absolutely fine. And I thought that this would be the case, but it's not. This was released in 2015, written and directed by Tom Six, and we... it's Laurence Harvey is back as Dwight Butler, which is great. Love him. Especially love him in the second film. He just did an absolutely amazing job with that performance. But the rest of it is just abysmal. Basically, this is set in a prison, and one of the wardens there is looking to create a 500-person human centipede. This should appeal to me. I love films set in prisons. I'm a crime writer. I love true crime documentaries and crime dramas, so that setting for me should be amazing. 500-person centipede. Let's do this. Why? It's ambitious, and if the film had been good at it, it could have been a really interesting, I was going to say experiment, maybe that's not the right word, but I was interested to see how they do this. I thought this is really ambitious. How are you going to, surely the first person would be dead before you get to number 500. I just wasn't sure how it was going to work. I was quite interested in seeing how they would actually, were they going to euthanize the inmates, or how were they going to do it? I was very, very intrigued, and I thought this could be really, really good. It's an hour and 40 minutes. It's about an hour and 30 minutes of shouting for no reason, and then 10 minutes of Centipede. It's not good. The narrative is one of the worst I've ever seen. The premise, amazing. Could have been spectacular. The execution is appalling, and that just gives us one of the most poorly told narratives ever. It's a shame, because I wanted it to be good. I needed it to be so good, and thankfully it hasn't detracted from the quality of the first two. I absolutely I love the first two still. This hasn't hindered that enjoyment. Human Centipede 3 shouldn't exist. It should not exist at all. I'd still like there to be a Human Centipede 4. It's not like I've given up with them. If there's another one, which I hope there will be, I will happily go and see it. But after the colossal failure of Human Centipede 3 and all of the terrible decisions were made with that narrative, I don't think there will be. Definitely check out the first two. Maybe check out Human Centipede 3 out of curiosity, but don't expect anything